you know, when it comes to everything professional, you love it, you ought to watch the show. It is the Lankai Show, and it's here, finally here, on Joy Prime. And I have with me Miss Lankai.
Hello,
Hi,
hello,
darling.
hello.
How are you?
Good, you know.
You're so beautiful. You know that. People tell you that, don't they?
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. How are you, though?
I'm very good.
It's good to have you here.
And thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Your earrings are super duper fabulous. Now, when we watch your show, you look so energetic. Are you energetic all the time?
Very well. I'm energetic as it should be.
Okay.
When I have to be quiet, I will be quiet, and when I have to be energetic, then bring it on.
Right. Look, tell us a bit about yourself for those who don't know much about you.
That's $1 million question, right?
$1 million. We see you on TV and we're like, oh, who's this pretty woman?
I know,
and you
right?
speak so well. Let me say it like you actually speak very, very well.
Thank
Super
you
eloquent.
so much.
Yeah.
Well, let me say, I was born, bred, and buttered
Okay.
in Accra. I went to school at Accra Girls Secondary School.
Okay.
And then straight after my O-levels, I joined Barclays Bank,
All right.
the then High Street branch.
So you're a banker?
I was a banker. I still am, because it taught me a lot of discipline.
Right.
And then for some reason, I worked there for a couple of years. But I've always had, you know, like the French language. I've always wanted to speak French.
Okay.
And to me, the best way to learn a language was to be in the country.
Right.
So when I decided to move overseas, I went straight to Paris.
Oh, they say love lives in Paris.
Oh, it's not really in your face, isn't it?
It's not.
It's not really. But everybody thinks Paris is the city of love. It is, in a way, because you see a lot of people holding hands and kissing on the streets and stuff.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
So if you're single, how does that make you feel?
Well, very bad. Yeah. So I just thought, okay, let me land. And I got to Paris.
Right.
And I realized I had to grow up very, very fast and learn the language.
Okay.
Because you are in a French-speaking country now. If you don't speak the language, there was nothing you could do.
Yeah.
So I went to school to learn how to read and write French.
So
Stayed,
back to
yes, oui, je
university?
parle très, très bien.
Oh, so you speak it super
Very, very fluently.
That's nice.
So I worked there for many years, and then I decided to move to London.
Okay.
So when I got to London, I worked here and there until I got the job with British Airways as flight attendant.
Oh.
So I traveled the world. But whilst I was traveling the world, you know, I was nurturing my career. So let's say I'll go on a trip, come back home, go to the studio, record, or go and do you know, like a music video or something. And even a TV presenter's course I did whilst I was still flying. So I used that. But then after a while, I thought, you've been putting all this on paper, you've been doing all the planning. If you don't do anything about it, you will not get where you want to get to. So I decided to leave everything and move back to Ghana.
Even though you were making the money.
And I had a lot of people talking about that. How come you want to leave a job that is paying you in pounds?
Yeah.
And I said, well, British Airways cannot afford me, respectfully. You know, I can pay myself in the future more money than they can ever give me. So I didn't listen to a lot of people. I just listened to my instincts and moved back home. When I got here too, people were like, oh, we give you 3 months you'll be going back. I said, whoa, that will be the longest 3 months of your life because I'm here to stay.
Whoa.
You know, I made a conscious decision to come back home, and I have to make it work. And they're like, oh, do you have a backup plan? I'm like, no. If you have a backup plan, you've already failed. Because it means if it doesn't work, you run away.
Yeah.
Where am I going to? I've left a job that people would die for. I'm not going anywhere. I'm here to stay. And many years later, I'm still here.
And you are proud of yourself,
I am
Barry.
so proud. And you know something? It's good I came back home.
Yeah.
Because all that I'm doing now, it wouldn't have been very easy there. You know?
Like starting the Lankai Show.
No, not in this lifetime.
So why did you decide to start it though?
It has been a dream that I'd been working on for a very, very long time.
Okay.
You know, whilst I was flying and putting things on paper and stuff. So during the COVID time, I had a modeling agency, and through that, we were working, doing a lot of hostessing with the girls and stuff. And then all of a sudden, I realized there was nothing else to do because COVID was here.
Yeah.
So I thought, either you allow COVID to take you down with it, or you do something about it. So I thought, oh, this is the time to bring my career out, you know. So I started bringing all the videos and the pictures and things that I'd done over the years. And I'm like, good, now we're going to have a show, which I've been planning for a long time. And that's the birth of the Lankai Show.
Oh, and it's a beautiful show, I must say.
But it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy because financially, nobody would support it.
Okay.
But I thought to myself, why would you want somebody to put money where they don't even know where the money is going to? So let me put my money where my mouth was, and I financed everything.
On your own?
Single-handedly, yes.
How much did it cost you, the first season?
It was almost over 250,000 Ghana cedis, not dollars, no.
What? The first season?
Yeah.
So it was like all your savings you used it in there?
Because what I do is I don't shoot in Accra. We travel. So the first one, the season 1 was shot at Akosombo.
Okay.
On the Dodi Princess.
Okay.
On the Lake Malta. So you can imagine that alone was very different.
You have eyes for good things, don't you? Yeah, because who would have thought somebody will move a whole talk show to that place on the Dodi Princess?
I know, right? With a crew.
With a crew?
Because if you shoot in Accra and you want to shoot for 5 days, you will end up shooting 10 days. Because people will be stuck in traffic and they will be saying, oh, we're stuck in traffic. But when you take the whole crew away, what else are they going to do there?
Right.
Feed them, they sleep well, and they'll give you a good show.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome.
You are a superwoman, I must say.
Am I?
Superwoman. And you are hosting great guests on your show as well. Now, this is not the first season. The others were on another channel, right? And now it's here on Joy Prime, and we are excited about it.
Fantastic.
So let's talk about some of the people or personalities we are going to see on your show.
Oh, you know something? I don't want to spoil the fun, but all that I can say is that, about relating to the guests, is that there'll be designers, there'll be models, there'll be actors, there'll be actresses, there'll be so many faces that you know, faces that you don't know, just people that can really share their stories.
Right.
And hopefully entice other people to also do the same.
So it's Sunday at 6 p.m.
6 p.m.
That's when we are debuting. And we can't wait for the Lankai Show.
Oh, I can't wait either.
I know, right? But were you a model yourself?
Yes, in Paris. I did a lot of modeling, yeah.
Right, right. And your hair, is it fashion style?
Oh, I was waiting to see when you were going to ask that question. And you know, in this entertainment industry, if you don't stand out, people forget about you very easily. So this is definitely part of my brand. But you know what? You have to be able to rock it, because it's not easy for a woman to have bald hair. So you have to have the confidence to be able to rock it. And hey.
So you don't have alopecia?
Not in this lifetime, thank God.
So it's a style.
Thank God, it's a style.
And we love your style, Lankai.
You.
Thank you so much for being here. So Sunday, your final words before you go.
Well, I would like everybody to go on the Lankai Show at 6 p.m. and just be wowed.
Miss Lankai, you are beautiful. You have a beautiful soul as well.
Thank you so
and of course,
much.
we'll be watching the Lankai Show this Sunday on Joy Prime at exactly 6 p.m. You don't want to miss it. Like she told you, she has models, she has, you know, fashion designers. Maybe there'll be cooking. There's so much that you don't want to miss on it. So make sure you're glued to your television set at exactly 6 p.m. right here on Joy Prime. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.